That's the Chinese ship everyone is talking about. It's called the Yuan Wang 5. Is it a research vessel or a giant snooping device? These questions are back in focus because Colombo has made a U-turn. Last week, Sri Lanka refused to let the Chinese ship dock. Today, it rolled out the red carpet for the very same ship, and India has reason to be worried. Is China spying on India from a Sri Lankan port? What is India's mechanism for defense and response? This is our cover story tonight. This is a ship we've been tracking for a while and telling you about, the Yuan Wang 5. It got a grand welcome in Sri Lanka today at the Hambantota port. Just look at the size. It's a massive ship, 222 meters long, about 25 meters wide. It has at least 4 satellites and multiple antennas. Does this look like a research vessel to you? We have our doubts, so does Sri Lanka. Earlier, the ship was supposed to reach on the 11th of August. Sri Lanka blocked it. Then China pulled some strings, met with Lankan officials in Colombo, got the required permissions, and on Saturday, the ship got a green light to dock. Remember, all of this happened despite India's strong opposition. India expressed serious security concerns. Colombo looked the other way. Listen into what a lawmaker said today. He was representing Sri Lanka's President, Ranil Wickremesinghe, at the ceremony to welcome the ship.
Yuan Wang 5 has reached Sri Lanka, Hambantota port, and there had been a small controversy and it has been all settled. And the government has given permission for this to berth in Hambantota port. It's a peaceful mission.
It's a peace mission, he says. What does that even mean? Earlier they said it was a research mission. Now Colombo says it's a peace mission. No research. The ship will replenish its supplies and leave. Our correspondent Dasuni Atauda has been tracking the story in Colombo. She sent us this report.
Sri Lankan government deferred its entry a few weeks ago. Nevertheless, has now allowed for this military vessel to be docked at the Hambantota port purely for replenishment activities. Also, Sri Lanka's Ministry of Defense has made it very clear that they had requested the Chinese military vessel to prevent from any and all research activities during its week-long stay here at the Hambantota port.
So Sri Lanka told China to drop the research plan, replenish supplies on the ship and leave. And China has apparently agreed. Its ambassador to Sri Lanka was at the Hambantota port today, and he did not miss the opportunity to take a dig at India. Listen to this now.
You have experienced some different rough weather this time on the Indian Ocean. The port call of Yuan Wang 5 to Hambantota finally comes through. It manifests not only your courage, tenacity, and invincibility, but also the deep-rooted, unfading and enduring friendship between our two countries.
The Chinese ambassador wanted to make sure that his message was heard, so he came with a translator. Where does this episode leave India? India has security concerns related to the ship, and these are legitimate concerns. Experts call the Yuan Wang 5 a spy ship, and for good reason. Let me tell you more about the ship first. First of all, what is Yuan Wang? This is a generic name for a fleet of Chinese ships. They have about 7 or 8 of them. And this particular ship, the one that's docked at Sri Lanka's Hambantota port, is ship number 5, hence the name Yuan Wang 5. Now let me tell you what the ship can do. It has a lot of equipment on board, and I have a list. There are optical, laser, passive radio and radar devices. What are their applications? What do they do? They can monitor 3 kinds of launches: satellite, rocket and intercontinental ballistic missiles. There are distinct military applications of these tools. The Yuan Wang ships can in fact track ballistic missile trajectories. They can monitor satellite and space vehicle launches, and that's what makes these ships a critical part of China's missile and space programs. But these ships can do a lot more than that. They can also gather what's called technical intelligence. What is technical intelligence? In the simplest of terms, it is information that is useful for the Chinese military. It was supposed to be a research ship. Where does the military come in? It is the Chinese military or the PLA that operates these ships. The US Defense Department says these ships belong to the PLA's Strategic Support Force. What is the role of this Strategic Support Force? This is a special unit of the Chinese military. It is like a theater command. It's a central unit for space, cyber, electronic, information, communications, and psychological warfare missions of the Chinese military. And all of what I've just said is a matter of record. There is no denying the fact that the Yuan Wang represents the Chinese military. It poses a threat, a challenge to India. This vessel can be used to spy on multiple strategic assets in India. The range of the ship is up to 750 kilometers. 750 kilometers. The Yuan Wang 5 is currently in Hambantota in Sri Lanka. This is the location. Guess which Indian targets fall in the 750-kilometer radius? The ISRO satellite base in Sriharikota, the Kalapakkam atomic power plant in Tamil Nadu, and the Kudankulam nuclear power plant. All of these fall in southern India. The state of Odisha also falls in the potential target zone. It has